Okay, ready? Okay, thanks for coming, everybody. So today we're having another CHED talk, and today Mr. Johnson is going to present. Woo!
I thought I'd just talk on a few random topics based on a career and technology career. I started out with programming in high school. It was Fortran. We wrote it on Hollerith cards and submitted it to send to schools. Yeah, I'm that old. Later, after I started, after my class, later classes got the Apple I computer. So I never took, I took physics and calculus in high school. You know, it's okay, I did all right. But I'm so glad I did, because in college it made the difference between struggling and making it through. I thought I was going to go into electrical engineering. Computer science really was new back then, so even though I liked it, it was kind of still in its infancy. So I took two computer science classes, and I was hooked. I never took an engineering class, an electrical engineering class, as it turns out. One of those classes, as you may know, in college, classes can be, pre-core classes can be readout classes. And one of those that I had to take was assembly language, and that was the most difficult class for any aspiring computer science student. And I just loved it. It turned out I got an A in the class, and what I didn't know, even until a few years ago, was that getting that A in that class led me to get my very first job. So I got a bachelor's degree in computer science and got a job. My job was for an automation software company. My first assignment was at GM in Lansing, Michigan. And here, I'm going to pass this around. This is a picture of the automated guided vehicle that we worked on. We used that to build, they used that to build cars. And of course there was a software system that controlled it, told it, when it would report where its position at a puck in the floor. It talked to our system. We told it, now start following this antenna in the floor, and it would turn and go into the work center, go off in another direction, drop the body in the work center, things like that. Well, we were replacing a system that wasn't working very well. It took 6 people to follow around these automated guided vehicles to make sure that they would keep moving. In the first day our system took over, we made the full production of 53 cars, and that was a success. But we had a problem. They would bump into each other, they would crash and stop, so we'd have to go and fix them. So after production ended, we went over and we were looking at some of the problem areas we discovered, and the other programmer had been more involved in that particular area of programming. But me, being a newbie, just looking at the situation, had an observation that, we weren't grouping the pucks. If we would just group the pucks, then we would be able to maintain a safe distance between the vehicles. And that turned out to be a solution. So it's important that even though you're new, maybe new to your certain situation, certain job, you can have an impact. And you're learning that here. You get an opportunity to make comments about design features, ideas that you have. That's great practice because you're going to need that. And don't discount what you know. You can come up with something that even some of the people that have got more experience than you may not have thought about. So be observant. I work with somebody, he's got a mug Michelangelo, I am still learning. That has impressed me. Technology is a rapidly changing area to work in. You can't stay still. Both me and the guy I work near, we both lost our jobs, and his was because he hadn't been keeping up. Mine was the company went out of business, and I had to upgrade my skills. I went and got some training. So be mindful of that. There are ways you can do that. You can get involved in users groups. You can take classes online and go to conferences. Signing up for websites is also a good websites that have forums, blogs, and articles is also a great way to keep fresh in your area. Another assignment with that company was at Motorola, and there are some experiences I had with safety at that job that are kind of interesting. When you were, this is Motorola where they build chips, and you had to go to class so that you could go to the plane. Well, I'll never forget the teacher, this 1 hour class or so. He said, well, you gotta be careful. There are chemicals and hazards, and so one thing I remember was there was this gas, saline gas, I think that's the name of it. Nobody knows what it smells like because you breathe in and you die. So it's serious business in certain areas. And I got to know that, so I'm allowed to go into the clean room. I go into the clean room, you put on a white suit, all you can see is the face, and go through an air shower. And one of the first things I see, I go into the photo area, and there's somebody mopping the floor. They're mopping the clean room floor. I thought that was just, unbelievable, but they're serious about maintaining a clean environment there. As time goes on, you get to visit certain other areas. One's wets, and I've been in and out of wets a few times. And one time I paid attention to the equipment, and they have these baths that you'd see the wafers drop into, come out. It's like water, no big deal. I noticed on a readout it said sulfuric acid, 100 degrees Celsius. So if the acid doesn't kill you, just eat your hand off, it's going to burn the heck out of it. So it's serious business up there. And what do you think would happen if they caught you horsing around up there? You could lose your job. So you have to pay attention to safety. So I worked with transportation systems there. We would move boxes of wafers around. These boxes were 8 inches, about this big. And some of the technicians would, one technician, he was working on a vehicle and stocker transfer. He would pick up the box of wafers and transfer a box out into the stocker and also onto the car. Well, something happened, and he didn't have help or something. He wasn't being safe. Something happened, and he knocked this box of wafers and it fell down, broke all the wafers. You have to understand, 25 wafers, it's partially finished product. That easily could be $100,000. You've got to be careful. You've got to be serious about safety. You have to, understand your work environment. One other thing, they had added an elevator to take wafers down to another area of the building. So I was working on that, and one day I was down at the bottom of the elevator, literally right below it, and I can't recall the circumstances, so this happened to me. We had some interlock problem, and the pick and place picked up a box of wafers up in the floor above me, you know, without me knowing it. Reached out, the elevator is not up there, it's down at the lower level next to me, and it let go of the box. This box went 20 feet down, and I'm literally 18 inches away, and the box smashed into an arm that was holding a sensor, and fortunately it shattered away from me. So be careful. I don't know what happened there. It's been too long ago, but you have to be careful. Let's see.